Hi Gemini, this is your reading for the month of October. It is for all placements, but specifically your Sun, Moon, Rising and your Venus signs. And if you're looking towards career, because I feel like this could be pretty career orientated, I'd look to your mid-heaven and maybe your south node as well. Not your south node, your north node. I'm saying south node because that's here, but your north node now, like what you're wanting to work towards. What feels uncomfortable to you but you're wanting to step into it, that's your north node. So I just kind of feel like maybe right now, I was just about to say Sagittarius there, I don't know why, but right now Gemini, well, that's your opposite. So that's your south node. That would, if it was your north node, that would be your south node. I don't know, maybe that might resonate with some people out there. Maybe they're watching this for their north node. But anyway, I kind of feel like you're changing courses, maybe from the south to the north now. Like you're in the process of changing from what you're destined to release and what you're moving into, what you're growing and expanding towards with Jupiter here. But you've got the Komodo dragon, but I kind of feel like you're changing courses. I kind of feel like you've been battling a struggle, an inner struggle, a block and things. But I feel like there's something with this Komodo dragon, there's something that's, the keywords here are ferocious, survival instincts and revolutionary change. So I'm feeling like with the Komodo dragon, it's basically telling you it's time to implement big changes that you want to see in your life. And also, I feel like it's time for you to find the courage to start and develop new projects that you're wanting to work on, and push them forward. So with the Komodo dragon, basically the Komodo dragon lives at peace with humans now, like, and I kind of feel like there's a lot of respect. Maybe you give people a lot of respect, or they give you a lot of respect for the work that you're doing. But at the same times, the Komodo can move swift and sure. I don't know now, like, just I'm kind of feeling like maybe watch your actions and your words now. Like you might say things or speak too quickly that could harm yourself or others. Maybe it could be the words that you speak to yourself now, like Mercury, the mind. It could be the words that you're speaking to yourself now, like be quick to change your words if you're telling or you're speaking to yourself in negative ways. But I kind of feel like it's definitely just time for you to implement like lots of change in your life. I kind of feel like you might be the type of person who tends to keep to themselves. You could be like a strong and silent kind of type, but at the same time I feel like, I don't know, I just kind of feel like you're strong and silent, but at the same time you're very vocal, being a Gemini. When we've got Mercury here, and at the bottom of the deck we've got Gemini again. So like there's lots of like intellect and networking and thinking, learning, do you know what I mean, communicating. There's lots of all these kind of things. So I kind of feel like right now, I feel like right now this is what you are currently dealing with. This is your situation, Mercury retrograde maybe, and you're working on like your 10th houses, your life missions, your career, you're being like your structure, your discipline with yourself. Maybe you're being disciplined with your thinking so that you can bring about what you want into your life and release now like maybe negative self-talk. So I kind of feel like your life mission and your career could involve something to do with communicating, networking. learning about things, maybe teaching about things. But like what you've been dealing with now, like what you've been going through, you've been feeling like you've been going through a struggle, a resistance now, like feeling restricted, but at the same time growing and expanding at the same time. So it might seem like complete opposites. You might be feeling like a restriction, but really you're still growing and expanding because you're working through some blockage in your life. And I kind of feel like over even a longer period of time from this is more like recently, maybe the last month or so, but I feel like before that, I feel like you've been working on like healing like your like where your Chiron placement is. It could be in the second house, or it could be in the sign of Taurus in another house. But I feel like you could be working with Chiron and it's about your physical security, your possessions, your material values, your self-worth. It's about your income and how you provide for yourself and how you provide for maybe your family. I feel like you're currently healing this, and you have been. I feel like you've been working with this energy for a long time, but as you're moving forward, what you're moving towards working on now, and I feel like this energy's already been with you for a little while, maybe a long while, but maybe right now you're kind of feeling like, with this cardinal sign, I kind of feel like I can imagine like igniting a boiler or a gas cooker, like tick 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 boom. Now, like for you to get it lit. Now, and that what you're trying to light is your passion, your confidence, your creativity, whatever it is that you're learning about, you're thinking about, you're wanting to communicate about it, you're wanting to network and put it out there, maybe out there on a platform actually. I feel like you're trying to ignite like your bravery, and it's a pioneering spirit, like I said. It's like lighting, it's like igniting your pilot light in your boiler. It's like getting it going. It's like getting it driving. It's changing that course for yourself. I feel like you've got playing children here, so you might have like children as well in the Komodo dragon. You could be a single parent. The Komodo dragon, maybe this is why your physical security, your possessions, and your hope, you know, like you're paying for your home, providing, do you know what I mean? Maybe that's why that's so important. But the Komodo dragon is like a single parent. It can be a single parent. You don't necessarily have to be, but you could be. But at the same time, you've got passion, play, children, confidence, creativity. It's like, it's your passion to, and your connection to yourself, I'm feeling. But the thing is with cardinal signs now, because you're pioneering it, now like you're igniting it. So you're igniting something, you're beginning it. But at the same time, sometimes the light can get blew out, which ends up being, there's no follow through. Do you know what I mean? It's like a case of getting by these blockages, or the feelings of feeling restricted and you're struggling. But at the same time, the reason why you have to learn this is because Jupiter's it's the largest planet. It's like absolutely massive. You're going to grow and you're going to expand. And if you don't know how to work hard, then I don't feel like you would be able to cope with the amount of work that you will get, because Jupiter is so massive. It's like you're going to expand that big, that if you can't get by the struggle of the now, how are you going to feel when you've got millions of work, even if it is your passion and things like that, something that you really, really love to do. Even if it is, it's still going to feel really, really hard and heavy on you. And I kind of feel like this is why Saturn is here with Jupiter. It's so that Saturn's been disciplined with you. He's been that father figure, so that with the 10th house right beside it, this Sybil's looking right on here. Do you know what I mean? It's like he's been so disciplined with you because he knows the potential, and this cardinal sign is like that potential. He knows the potential that you have to grow and expand, but he has to apply the pressure with you now, like right now, so that you can work hard but be patient without fully pushing, so that you can, I feel like, learn. Now, like, it may hurt while you heal and work through these blockages, do you know what I mean? But at the same time, you will overcome them and you'll grow and expand, and I feel like you will basically, like, you're destined to release now, like your South Node. You're destined to release, like, your hurt and your pain and whatever it is that you're here to heal. And with Chiron, when we basically heal Chiron, or wherever our Chiron placement is, when we heal this, we basically learn to work towards like our North Node, and we release like our South Node, because we begin to step into a more confident, vibrant state of ourselves, because we've released any pain and suffering and any restrictions and lessons. I mean, you could be like round about, like, Saturn returns now like about 28, between 28 and 33 is like really significant, but like, obviously you can be any age, do you know what I mean? I feel like we're always learning, but really you're destined to release your pain and your suffering and step into this Aries in the first house. Put yourself first, be independent. And again, it's talking about your bravery, the cardinal, igniting the passion, be independent, be brave, follow your passions. Now, like, just step into that role. And like the fifth house, this is like the house of Leo, so this is like Leo. No, the fifth house shows the sun, which is the house of Leo, so that's like the sun is the centre of the universe, so like maybe put yourself first. Aries is the first house in the astrology chart, so like put yourself first, be independent, and that's where I feel like you are right now. I just wanted to show you actually, I meant to do this at the start. So these astrology cards are Heavenly Bodies Astrology, and it's by Lily Ashwell. And the animal spirit cards that I'm using is the Arc Animal Tarot and Oracle decks. So there's two Oracle decks in the one and the Animal Tarot. But these decks are really, this one, the astrology chart, feels beautiful now, like the texture, the feeling, the way they shuffle. But I feel like I've really connected with them. I love the messages that they bring through. I feel like they really resonate and they're very spot on. And I feel like with the animal oracle cards, I feel like the messages that they've been bringing through straight away are so spot on, it's unreal. I feel like you can really tap into the energy of the card now, like they're so vibrant. It's like they come to life in a way, they're very 3D feeling. I feel like they step out the picture. But, so there we go. But like I wanted to say this as well, like I feel like it's time now. Saturn's saying that it's time for you to lift the restriction, to grow and expand, but it's down to you, and you have to ignite, basically. You need to ignite, you need to like ignite your pilot light and get your passion going, do you know what I mean? And take yourself out of this place, this struggle. Now, like, you need to lift yourself out there, and I feel like the whole point of this is so that you can think and learn in new ways, because I feel like we learn Mercury retrograde. I feel like we keep, every time it comes round, it's so that we revisit things that we think that we've already learnt. Now, like, it could be anything. It could be like I'm saying right now, negative thought patterns, or it could be like revisiting someone from the past or whatever. But it's like dealing with something that you've already went through, and you think that you learnt your lesson from that. And it's like Mercury comes back round. Did you really learn your lesson from that? Have you really changed your way of thinking? Have you really moved on? Now, like, are you really going to kick yourself up the bum if you had that negative thought pattern? Are you going to be disciplined with yourself? Are you going to be structured? Do you know what I mean? It's like, are you going to be really, really, really disciplined with yourself and give yourself a kick up the bum if you see that you're reliving something that you've already been through? So, not sure if it's definitely got to do with like reliving negative thought patterns, but it could be, because I feel like this is very career orientated, and I feel like you could maybe like have children, like I'm saying, do you know what I mean? And I feel like you could be a single parent. We've got the Queen of Cups here, so you could be very psychic, visionary, compassion, radiance. So you could be very radiant right now. Now you could be standing out from other people. Like I said things like, I feel like you could be wanting to put yourself out there to other people. Maybe the reason why you need to learn this is you want to teach other people the things that you're growing in, like healing. You're healing your heart and your pain and your suffering. You're learning how to unblock yourself from probably negative ways, and you're destined to release it. Now you're destined to be independence from your South Node. So I feel very much now that it could be something to do with maybe you showing compassion to other people. You could be very psychic. You could be someone who wants to speak on a platform. You could be someone who wants to speak about astrology or like cards, for instance. I'm not saying that necessarily, obviously there's so many things that you could speak about on a platform, but you know what I mean now. Whatever it is, I feel like it's something that you're learning about, and I feel like you've got a lot of knowledge in it. Now, like expanded knowledge, Jupiter, do you know what I mean? I feel like you could have a lot of knowledge in what it is that you're wanting to teach people about and help them hurt and heal. Now, like Chiron, once we've healed it, we can begin to teach these people this. So you're at the Two of Wands, so it's a balancing act, and it's taking the first step, like I said, igniting. Now, instigation, it's like igniting that light within you, and that's what that is, taking the first step. It's like embracing the in-between. Now, like, you're not quite over there and you're not quite back there. Do you know what I mean? And you've got judgment. So this is rising up, like I said, overcoming the blockages, gaining clarity, awakening. You might be going through a spiritual awakening. Mercy. Sorry, be thankful in that. Right. Right. So you've got the Three of Swords, Bluebird, emotional storm, freedom from strife. So that the freedom from strife, it's like pain and suffering from the past, hurt and healed with Chiron, which would have been making you feel like restricted, now like experiencing the struggle, trying to push through but finding it so hard, but then you're growing and expanding, you're doing the work. And I kind of feel like the Three of Swords is saying, this is you, you're flying out of this now. You're leaving this like restricted pain behind. So like Five of Cups, it's like loss, hidden solutions, better times ahead. So I feel like this is when you ignite, when you start something, when you take that first step. Now, like, this is you stepping into better times ahead. Now, like, you're putting the sadness behind you and there's a hidden solution to all of this. And the hidden solution is something that you've obviously taught yourself, or that you've been learning about. There you've got bat. So in your physical security and your Chiron, I feel like it's saying that you've learnt to surrender, facing darkness, facing that hurt and that pain and that suffering, and prophetic powers. And Chiron does give us a gift. When we heal our Chiron, our placement in Chiron, then Chiron rewards us with a gift. So maybe your gift might be like being given the gift of being prophetic, having psychic visions, seeing in the dark where you once felt restricted, but now like you will be able to see in the dark. You'll be able to show people the way. Do you know what I mean? And you've got destined to release, and you've got Aries, the first house, when you put yourself first, when you take leadership, number 1, leadership. Now like you take the potential and you turn it into opportunity. You become this bald eagle, you become the emperor. You step into your Aries, independent, fearlessness, ambition, leadership. You be brave and you follow your passions. Now like, I definitely said that. Now that's that Jupiter energy. It's like you're going to grow and expand so much, and you won't be able to believe how much. After a time where maybe you felt like, with the hyena being on the top of the deck, I feel like where you are right now, maybe you feel like you've dealt with so many people that hid behind sarcasm. Now like it's a joke with a jag. It was odd. It could have even been a lot worse. It could be like betrayal, deep wounds and recovery. But this is like you like coming out of the dark basically. And it's through you've learned how to surrender and heal any hurt and pain, like I'm saying. And in the centre of the deck, when I cut the deck out, you've got the 10 of Cups, lasting happiness and success, divine blessings. So this is like what would be hindering you. It's like you're not quite there yet, but this is where you are right now. You're taking the first steps. Now like you're ready to leave all the pain and the sadness and the sorrow behind you, and better times are ahead for you, and you're stepping into this emperor role, Gemini. You're going to be like the boss of the boss. Do you know what I mean? You're going to be like the CEO, starting your own independent company or something, I'm feeling. Right now, but you might feel a bit, with the King of Wands being in the reverse, you might feel a bit like a lack of energy or enthusiasm, and you might be saying, right, are you okay, Lorraine? I can see what you're saying, that's where I want to go, but it's like, at the same time, you might not have the motivation and drive because of the feeling, the restriction and the struggle. Now it can drain you of your fire and your passion, but at the same time you're still looking towards the future. If we were to put them down here, you'd be looking straight towards the ego. So I feel like it will come back. I just kind of feel like you need to give yourself compassion and give yourself some downtime, healing time. Maybe some time where you be disciplined and maybe some meditation, focus on lifting your energy and cleansing your energy, protecting your energy, and then you will feel like the restriction lifts from any devil energy, any bondage, any Saturn energy. This is Saturn. This is the black box of Saturn, so this is like restrictions, feeling stuck and bind to people, like the chains. Now like toxic relationships, sometimes you could be healing relationships to other people that are toxic or codependent. It can be lots of things. It could be like having dependence on like addictions or anything. but at the same time, this is you being given the chance to release it for your new beginning. There you go, for your new beginning. It's just a matter of releasing and surrendering now, like, to your hurt and your pain, to work through your restrictions, and the struggle will begin to lift when you're constantly going through and telling yourself, basically speaking to yourself more positively, lifting the negative self-talk, and it will lift the restraint I'm feeling. Angels and spirit guides, please clarify the Two of Wands for Gemini. Please clarify the Two of Wands for Gemini. Taking the next step. So like you've got the Nine of Wands, so you're feeling a bit, and it's in the reverse, you're feeling a bit battle worn, you're feeling a bit tired, like I said, and fatigued with that King of Wands in the reverse. That's what I was feeling like. You're in, you know, like you were feeling a bit tired and fatigued. But the Nine of Wands in the reverse, to me, that's when you're needing to take a step back into the Eight of Wands, because you're in the reverse here. So you need to take a step back to the Eight of Wands. And what is the Eight of Wands? Eight of Wands is networking. It's sending messages out there. It's maybe travelling or getting yourself moving, getting out and about, taking the next step. That's basically what it is, taking the next step. And if we were to take the 9 back to like the 8 and we added the 2, and it's telling me that you're feeling like, but I feel so drained. How can I take the next step when if you add 8 and 2 of Wands together, it would give me 10 and everything's a burden. But it's like, just get yourself into that frame of mind where change your perspective with the Hangman here in the reverse. It's like change your perspective and see things clearly. Angels and spirit guides, please clarify the Three of Swords I was going to say. So please clarify the Three of Swords. It's basically saying that you've got the strength here. And these are 2 major arcanas here with this. So you've got the strength to overcome any emotional storms, freedom from strife and restriction and struggle, and the Fool, stepping out onto your journey. Now going on your path, getting yourself moving, getting yourself out there, getting out in the sun. The sun, and we've got, strength is ruled by this, like, strength is ruled by Leo, and Leo is ruled by the 5th house, which is ruled by the sun. So getting yourself out there in the sun, putting yourself in the centre of attention, I'm feeling. Now, like, getting yourself out there, networking with people. I definitely feel like it's going to, one step at a time, like I said. Flamingo here, the Two of Wands is saying taking the first step. This is taking the first step. There we go. And 8 is all about your power and your authority, but it's also about your, like, strength, inner strength to take that first step. Even if you're feeling like everything is a burden, life is so hard, it can get me down so much. It's like taking control of that and getting up and going out, taking control in that and putting a lid on your emotions and getting yourself out of your emotional body and into your logical thinking mind and getting yourself into methodical steps, I'm feeling. Now step by step by step, rather than having the lid off the cup and letting your emotions pour out. I feel like you're learning how to put a lid on your emotions and take things step by step by step. And I know that Gemini generally are more a thinking sign, but you could have like your sun sign and something else, and your moon sign maybe in a water sign, and Gemini could be, I don't know, just say your rising, for instance. But obviously everybody's different. Angels and spirit guides, please clarify why the Hangman is here. No, sorry. Please clarify why the Hangman is here for Gemini for the month of October. Please clarify why the Hangman is here for the month of October. facing the darkness, now surrendering and seeing how much growth and how much effort and how much you've already worked through. I feel like you've already done most of the work to get yourself out of feeling all the restrictions. You've already done the biggest majority of the work. And it's like you've got the Queen of Swords in the reversed. I feel like you could feel like just cutting something off abruptly. Something, my throat went away from me there. I feel like you could feel like cutting something off abruptly that you've worked really, really hard on, that you did see growth in, but at the same time you're being like, oh, can I keep going now, like, do you know what I mean? At the top of the deck you've got the Two of Wands again. It's just saying, just go again now, like another step. Come out of hermit mode, get yourself out there, network, communicate, speak to people. Now, like, reveal what you've learned, reveal your secrets about getting over hurt and pain, and overcoming feeling a lack of energy, a lack of enthusiasm. Now, you could teach people all about this, basically, that's what I'm feeling. Your spiritual journey, maybe, overcoming your spiritual journey. You could teach people about something like this. Angels and spirit guides, why is the Five of Cups here for Gemini? There you go. I feel like you just need to, like, cut off. You've dealt with all your pain and suffering. I feel like you might have had, like, a lot of sorrow, and I feel like self-pity maybe, because we've got this, the Five of Cups now, like grief. But eventually, like, after a long time, it kind of feels like you're being, like, it's self-pity and now, like, self-absorbed, and I kind of feel like you're cutting it off really, really abruptly, because she's not upright, she's that way. I feel like you're cutting it off really, really abruptly with this Knight of Swords, just like, cutting it off. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're going for it. You're like, no, do you know what? I'm sick of feeling down, and you're wanting to overcome it. You're wanting to overcome it because you don't want to keep revisiting your past and feeling all the time. What you're aware of is King of Wands. Again, it's like, because if you keep reliving your past, you'll keep having low energy, like very little enthusiasm and passion in your life. Now, for you to keep going, I'm feeling, for you to become this Emperor. Why is the Emperor here for Gemini? Angels and spirit guides. Why is the Emperor here for Gemini? There you go. Because I feel like the Emperor's here is because you've got the Four of Cups in the reverse. I feel like you're grabbing opportunities, and if you were to take the Four of Cups and bring it back to in the reverse and bring it back upright, it would bring it back to the Three of Cups. I feel like because you're going to communicate with people, because Three of Cups is like getting yourself out there, communicating, having fun, enjoying yourself. So I feel like you're going to take an opportunity, you're going to put yourself out there, and you're going to take control of any emotions with this Five of Cups. You're going to put a lid on it, and you're going to, I feel like your compassion and your empathy and your psychic visions are just going to put you out there as a very understanding person, but at the same time in a controlled way. There you've got the Page of Cups in the reverse here. Now, like, maybe, I don't know, Page of Cups with the King of Cups upright. We'll see straight away, see, because I seen the King of Cups there, I was thinking maybe you're dealing with someone who's pretty vain, and then we've got the Ace of Wands and the Emperor. So maybe you're dealing with someone who is a bit childish, or maybe they're immature compared to you. Maybe there's been a connection with you and someone. Right there. Why is this page of cups at the bottom of the deck? Angels and spirit guides. Why is the page of cups here for Gemini? Aha! Come back out again. Judgment. Maybe now, like, you need to make judgment on a decision. You need to make a decision about somebody who could be a bit immature or a bit childish, or they just come across as like, I don't know, maybe you could be like literally missing some signs. Maybe signs from your angels, signs from like above, death. So I feel like you could be missing some signs, or you could be like getting messages from like your angels and spirit guides, and I kind of feel like maybe you're missing the signs. But I feel like now it's showing you that now you're seeing the signs, you're seeing what Spirit's offering you, now like the Divine's offering you. And what you're aware of is that they're offering you this new beginning for you to ignite your passions. Now like ignite your passions, gain your independence, now like find your confidence, be creative, now like with your work, become the emperor, take the opportunity. And I feel like some of your work has got to do with maybe some energetic work, or it's either communicating and it's networking to some degree. So there we go, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and if you did, then please hit the thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.